So, what if I told you that one of the most powerful guides to upgrading your mind is about 2,500 years old and it has absolutely nothing to do with emptying it? Yeah, let's get into this. Because we are about to dive into an ancient text that totally flips our modern idea of mindfulness on its head.
We've all heard this, right? It's everywhere. The idea that the ultimate goal, the peak of Zen, is this perfect, quiet, blissful emptiness. A mind totally free from all the noise. And honestly, it sounds pretty amazing.
But what if achieving that state isn't the final destination? What if it's more like a really nice scenic stop along the way? Because hidden away in an ancient Pali text is this radical idea for a much more active, and I'd say more powerful, way to literally rewire the way we think. Okay, so our story actually starts with a monk named Kunda way back about 2,500 years ago. And he went to the Buddha with a problem that sounds like it could be from an email I got this morning. He was just completely overwhelmed. And what's so fascinating here is that he's not talking about some high-level philosophy. No, he's talking about the stuff we all deal with. The mental clutter, those sticky beliefs that get stuck in our heads, that constant internal chatter. He's basically asking, how do I clean up all this noise inside? Now, you can probably guess what we'd expect the answer to be. If you asked anyone on the street, they'd say, oh, well, meditate. Just go deeper, find that bliss, and make your mind quiet. It seems like the obvious, logical answer. But that is not what the Buddha said. Not even close. His answer is one of the most surprising and practical things you'll find anywhere. And it starts by actually acknowledging exactly what Kunda, and all of us, are thinking. So, at first, the Buddha lists out these 8 states of super deep, profound meditative bliss. I mean, he describes these amazing, peaceful states of mind one by one. And you're thinking, okay, yep, here we go. He's confirming it. This is the path. But then he throws this massive curveball. He says that all those incredible states of bliss are not the right tool for this job. He literally calls them a pleasant holiday. Just a nice way to spend the here and now. Think about that. They're wonderful, they're refreshing, for sure, but they are not going to do the deep cleaning that Kundalini is asking about. For that, you need a totally different tool. And this is where we get to the absolute heart of the teaching. The Buddha introduces this practice called Sallekha. Now, this one Pali word is everything, because how you translate it completely changes the game. It's the difference between trying to erase a problem and actively building a solution. Okay, so the standard translation you'll see for Sallekha is effacement. And that makes it sound like a practice of scrubbing away your faults. You see anger, you try to erase it. You feel jealous, you try to wipe it out. It's like you're in a constant battle with yourself, trying to get rid of all the bad stuff. But if you go deeper into the linguistic roots of the word, sal means together with, and lekha means writing or inscribing. So the real meaning isn't about erasing at all. It's about inscribing. It's about taking a tool and actively carving a new, better pattern right on top of the old one. This isn't deletion, it's creation. And that shift is absolutely crucial. The practice isn't this defensive war against your flaws. It's an active, creative project. It's like you're not just cleaning out the junk in your mental garage. You're doing a full renovation and building a brand new workshop in its place. So you might be asking, okay, how do I actually do this? Well, the best part is that this isn't some vague, abstract philosophy. Nope. The Buddha gives us a crystal clear, step-by-step instruction manual, a set of 44 specific mental upgrades. That's right. He lays out 44 specific areas for this practice of inscribing, 44 concrete resolutions you can make to start carving these new mental pathways for yourself. And the method itself is just beautifully simple. The core instruction is basically this. Others will be a certain way, but we will resolve not to be that way. It's about using the world around you as a trigger, not for judgment or anger, but for your own growth. For example, the text says, others will be harmless, we will be harmless. So you see an act of harm in the world, and instead of just getting upset, you use it as your cue. It's a reminder to turn inward and actively inscribe harmlessness onto your own mind. Here's another one. Others will be angry, we will not be angry. It's a conscious, deliberate choice. Every time you make that resolution, you are literally laying down a new neural pathway. You're strengthening that not angry muscle. And I love this next one because it shows just how practical this whole system is. It's not just about your internal feelings. One of the 44 points is, others will have bad friends, we will have good friends. I mean, it covers your social life, your habits. It's a complete operating system upgrade for your life. So what's the big takeaway from all this? If we boil this 2,500-year-old teaching down, it really comes down to one word: empowerment. It's about realizing that you're not helpless. You are holding the tools to reshape your own mind. And the Buddha used this brilliant metaphor to explain it. He said this practice is like finding a smooth road to get around a rough one. You don't have to keep fighting your way through the mud and the potholes of old habits. You can consciously build a better, smoother path right next to it and just choose to take that one instead. It's about being strategic, not just using brute force. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? You are not just a passive observer of your thoughts. You are the sculptor. You are the artist. Every single moment gives you a new opportunity to pick up your tools and actively shape the person you want to be. So the next time you feel stuck with some negative thought or a bad habit, just remember this simple shift in perspective. Stop trying to use an eraser. Stop fighting it. Instead, pick up a chisel and ask yourself what beautiful new pattern you want to carve in its place. And that, right there, is the real power of this ancient teaching. It takes responsibility for your own mind out of the realm of random chance and puts the tools right into your hands. So the only question left is, what new path are you going to start carving today?